I wanted to do a quick comparison of two competitive multi-tools. These are both mini tools, and you might, if you're in the market for one, you might be considering the other. That's why I wanted to do this quick comparison. The first is the SOG CrossCut multi-tool. The second is the Leatherman Style CS. These are both very small multi-tools. They're a little bit over 2.5 inches long each. So definitely in that mini tool category. They're essentially the same size, but you have the carabiner on the Leatherman. So with the carabiner, obviously it's a little bit longer. The CrossCut is all metal, no plastic. It's heavier. It's actually a good deal heavier than the Style CS. The Style CS is basically a smaller version of the Skeletal. That one has a notable carabiner and kind of a similar design. It uses different materials there, and like the Skeletal has the CX, which is carbon fiber here. Here they use this composite, this plastic, whatever. So the tool is sort of, like cousins or something like that. The CrossCut is a smaller version of some of the big SOGs, and they have this sort of geared opening mechanism that you'll see. This one is a little bit pokey. It's one of the reasons I tend to avoid these, but I picked this one up because they're pretty affordable and they're quite useful to have around. So opening up, and we'll see another reason why the two are close competitors with each other is that they're both scissor-based products. So instead of having a pair of pliers at the end, you have scissor openings. With a small tool, I would say scissors are probably more useful. A pair of pliers this small wouldn't really be that helpful, whereas a pair of scissors this small is obviously quite useful. The scissors are very similar. You can see, there's some aesthetic differences for how Leatherman does a full sharpened blade, whereas SOG only does this smaller piece, but they're both quite sharp. These ones on the CrossCut are a good deal heavier. You can see this blade is just a lot thicker and beefier, but that's pretty typical from this company because they tend to do like heavier duty products, more like tactical or whatever. For a typical home user like me, it doesn't really make a huge difference. If you're taking this out in the field or an extended camping trip, maybe you'd want something a little bit heavier to really know it won't fail. That said, I've never broken a pair of Leatherman scissors, and anything this small, it's a 2-inch long tool closed, open, it's like 4 inches long. So you're not going to apply that much pressure to it, right? It's not a big device. As far as the sort of the feature set goes, so we'll run through the CrossCut first. You could see this one has a prominent set of metal tweezers, which I don't find to be particularly useful. A straight blade made in China. It says that really prominently. It's like a little bit surprising because most of these have a lot of American-made parts. A straight screwdriver. So that's 3 on that side. Opening up here, we have your file and that kind of pokey thing. And then we have your plastic toothpick, which I don't really get the functionality of these. This thing's old and faded and yellowed. It's definitely not going in my mouth, so maybe you use this for something else, but you'll probably break it, so I don't know. Then you have your bottle opener, and this, I guess this is either a scraper or just a very small straight head screwdriver. There's no Phillips, so if you want to use a Phillips screwdriver, you're going to have to probably use this straight head, this like tiny little piece right here. So this is, I would say, a 7-function multi-tool, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can count like the bottle opener or whatever, but basically 7 things. Here, the Leatherman, we have the scissors, and then it doesn't open, nothing opens in this direction. To get at the knife, you close it again, and you get at the blade here. This blade on mine is very hard to get out, which is a little bit bothersome, but it's a nice sharp blade, works well, has a couple holes cut in it that look very cool. I don't think it serves any function, but it's a nice blade. You can see, it has some use. It's got a little dulled or chipped at the front, but that hasn't really impaired its functionality. So the blade is there. That's one. Put that one away. Just with this quite sharp. And then we have your toothpick here, or sorry, not your toothpick, your tweezers here. And I like them hidden away like that. That's a great place for it. You'll never lose it, and it's there when you need it. And then your carabiner is there. It's a nice carabiner. It doesn't really serve any purpose except that you don't lose this device. So you have your scissors, your knife, no screwdriver parts on this one, and then not too much else. It's a pretty simple device. I'm always using this one thinking it has more stuff than it actually does, but it's really just pretty simple. Sorry, no Phillips screwdriver, rather. It has the, on the opposite side of the knife, you do have your file and your straight head screwdriver. So no Phillips. Same with this one. So this one I would call it, if you call the beaner a function, you have carabiners 1, 2 for your tweezers, 3 for the file, 4 for the straight head screwdriver, 5 for the scissors, 6 for the knife, and then there's nothing on the inside there. So I think you could safely call this one 6. I don't know if the carabiner really counts, maybe a 5 function versus 7 here. So 2 are definitely competitive. The CrossCut is the more functional of the 2, but it's also a good deal heavier, and I believe a good deal more expensive. I'll talk about the pricing in the comments below. Personally, I don't really like the CrossCut as much. These things tend to poke me in my pocket. The Style CX is a good deal lighter. I like the carabiner, so I don't misplace it. I think it actually looks a lot cooler. I think it's a great looking device. Where this one looks, it's fine. I don't have any particular problems with how it looks, but it is fine. It has some ruler, has some other bonus features from, this is kind of a scaled down version of a full size multi-tool, whereas this is sort of Leatherman tried to just do what they could with a keychain type tool. This one, it's too heavy and too large to be a true keychain type device. It does have the little key holder, but I don't really buy it. This thing, with these sharp little things, it's more of a pocket tool or a backpack tool for me. Maybe throw it in a jacket pocket, but not something I would put on my keys. Whereas this one is definitely light enough and clips right onto your keys with the carabiner. It even has the holes cut out to save weight. Anyway, if you're looking for a mini multi-tool, then you want the SOG CrossCut or the SOG CrossCut. If you want more of a keychain, lightweight tool, then the Leatherman Style CS is quite nice. Personally, I prefer the Style CS. In a later video, I'll talk about the Leatherman Micro, whatever it's called, which is more of a competitor with the CrossCut. Thanks for watching.